Hey guys, welcome to today's video. I am so excited because COVERGIRL has a new range of products that are natural and they're healthier, or they give you a natural finish, an easy breezy, extra natural finish. Basically, it's a lot of cream products that are formulated without a lot of the junkier ingredients. That is the campaign. This was sent to me, not sponsored, so we're gonna do the full dish and try on a bunch of it. They have highlight, cream blush, lip products. Is this a BB cream or what are they calling this? The Clean Finish Skin Milk. That sounds really satisfying actually. Skin milk with coconut milk. No. Okay, well, you know what? I'm gonna take one for the team because just because I don't really like coconut in my face products doesn't mean that everyone hates it. Being that this is formulated without a lot of your nastier ingredients, meaning fragrance, phthalates, talc, parabens, formaldehyde, mineral oil, sulfates. This is a vegan formula. I feel like everything sounds just about right. Now, they last year, I believe early last year, announced that they were now a cruelty-free brand. And I think that is so major and I love that. I'm all for that. I love my fur babies. And, you know, I like to give a nod to the brands that are taking a step in the right direction when it comes to not animal testing and being cruelty-free. I tend to favor those brands. And that's a hot debate that I don't really want to get into today. But for me, myself, and my own brand, for Tati Beauty, for Halo, I am cruelty-free as well. I think that's important. So I want to give that a shout out. So let's just dive on in. I do already have my primer done. I used my Blendiful and I did a cream first and then I took my Blendiful with a little bit of pore filling primer second. Let's see what informations they have for us because I just got this in PR. I got the box and I was like, I need to film with that right now. There I go making inappropriate makeup sounds. This is something that I do. Hi, how are you? If you're new, my name's Tati. You can subscribe, ring the bell, and come hang out anytime. I do luxury videos, drugstore videos. I just really love makeup. There you go. All right, so it's the first thing that pops up on their site right now. We're gonna start with the Clean Fresh Skin Milk. This comes in 14 shades. Is that enough? I don't know. I think maybe, I don't know. Wow. Okay, they really go in with the whole, show off fresh, healthy skin with COVERGIRL Clean Fresh Skin Milk. Formulated without formaldehyde, phthalates, parabens, sulfates, and talc. This lightweight, nourishing, I love that word, right? Liquid foundation gives your skin the moisture boost that it craves. My skin is craving a moisture boost, so that's fine. With a delicate infusion of milky coconut and soothing aloe. Yay, I'm fine with aloe. You'll experience a glowing, dewy finish that lasts all day, blurring imperfections and creating an even more even skin tone. It says it's long wearing. It doesn't really say medium coverage, buildable, or anything like that. So we're just gonna kind of play and see how it goes. But first, let's did I hit a home run the first time? Stop. That looks about right, actually. This is the shade light medium. Let's see what Fairlight looks like. This is just like a tinge. Nope. Why does this smell like bread? Eee, it smells like a loaf of bread. All right, so we're gonna go with the first one. That almost never happens. So I'm gonna go in with light medium. I'm gonna work off of my palette here in front of me, and I'm just gonna coat the product on the Blendiful itself and smooth it on. And you know what? I wasn't gonna do like the full day wear test, but because it says that this is long wearing, I always like to test that. And I always like to check in with you guys at the end of the day when I look both tired and worn down and everything's falling apart. So I will show you guys where it lands and if it did last all day and if it did blur my pores and if it did get too greasy, you know, that whole thing. Update. The Wet n Wild video that I recently posted. Oh my gosh, that foundation, not long wearing. At the end of the day, I looked like, wow, your makeup does not look very good. It looks very patchy. It just really all kind of moved around. But it was because at dinner I was doing a lot of this and like, you know, and touching my face, which you shouldn't do. But I do, I admit it. But that being said, I really like the feeling of that foundation, and it is good. So I will link that video below if you want to go check it out. Wow, this is sinking right in. You know how I always use the word like it juices up the skin? This is really juicing up the skin. Like it's just a nice hydration with a tiny bit of coverage. There's not a lot to it, but that's okay. It's doing enough. Wow, your skin will just like drink this up. It is wild that it really alleviates any surface dryness, any dehydration in the skin, which is different than just having dry skin. So for me, whenever I fly, whenever I'm not drinking enough water, whenever I'm not using the correct skincare, if I've used something that dries my skin out, maybe done kind of like a glycolic something or other, and I have that like surface dehydration, foundation can be a problem because it wants to cling to any of that dryness that's just on that immediate surface level. And this is really hydrating the crap out of my skin without looking like I'm wearing anything on the skin. It's pretty wild. Moving on, they don't have a concealer with this collection. I'm gonna keep with the natural theme, and I'm actually going to use Hynt Beauty. I've talked about this before. This is the Perfecting Concealer in the shade Light. Now this is another brand that is very much, you know, foregoing all of those ingredients that I mentioned earlier. I'm just gonna go straight in with the Blendiful again and kind of go underneath the eye. This gives really, really nice coverage and does that same thing where it just like sinks into the skin. And this is a great one if you struggle with your under eye area being dry, which is so frustrating because it almost feels like if you put on anything too moisturizing, it kind of makes the issue somehow more noticeable, and like the under eye area starts looking a little bit uneven and lumpy, and it's a weird thing that can happen if you have dry patches underneath your eye. You want to be really careful with powder, but also choose the correct concealer. This has a hydrating, kind of nice emollient texture to the product. It's like a very rich product. You definitely need to set it, but it will minimize the look of that. And I think the ingredients in this product are fantastic. And it just kind of brightens you right up. So I'm gonna take a different side of my Blendiful, go into the CoverGirl powder, grab it right here, and just set specifically the under eye area while we move on to the face with more cream products. Dang. This is like fast and really, really nice. I'm impressed so far, like actually like super impressed. All right, so moving into the blush, they have 4 shades. This is $10.99. Let's see just how vibrant these are before I go like straight in. Ooh, that's really pretty. This has kind of a metallic sheen to it though, so that scares me a little bit. I don't know if they all have that. I hope they don't. I actually don't like shiny blushes. Ooh, they all do. Dang it, that's pretty. I might actually go for the coral one, which is surprising because it has like a shine to it, and I didn't think that I would go for this one. All right, we're just gonna go in with the Blendiful and try to kind of sheer it out and not go too crazy heavy first. You don't have to use the Blendiful. You could use your fingertips, you could use a brush, you can use whatever. That is pigmented crap, wow. Okay, so if you ever run into an issue with cream blush, this is why I used to not like cream blush at all. And Honest kind of changed my mood about that. You can always go in with a little bit of foundation, or I'm taking a clean brush to kind of just gently take some of that edge off right here. So much more heavily pigmented than I thought. On the bright side, I think this is gonna wear really well though, so that's good. Blending the blush was not as easy as, say, my beloved Honest blush, but it is pretty. It's not my personal fave just because I really don't like shimmer in a cream blush really, or a powder blush, unless I'm just topping off a matte blush with just like a hit of shine. I don't really like it because I feel like it makes this overall area just almost a little bit too dewy, and then that light is like reflecting and making things stand out that I don't necessarily want to stand out. That's just my own personal vibe with my look and how I like my makeup to look. everybody has a different desire for the outcome. For me, it's a little bit too pigmented, a little bit too rich, a little too difficult to blend out, and then the shine is just a little bit much for my liking. So far I am in love with the foundation, but the cream blush is not gonna be something that I reach for on the regular. Okay, moving right along, we have these Clean Fresh Illuminators. This is a clear, super clear highlighter. We're just gonna kind of see how that goes. I don't know. Did that really do anything? Wow, it's literally just like moisturizer. It's not even that glossy in reflection. I don't really understand this. Cooling glow stick. It is very cooling. That's weird. This one smells fragranced, kind of like fruity, a little fruity scent. Okay, let's look at the other shades that we have going here. This looks like blush. Like the color on the top looks like blush. Okay, that looks nothing like what is represented on the lid, by the way. Wow, that is like copper. That's like a copper highlight, and the lid is like pink, where you'd be like, oh, like a cute blush moment. I'm really into that. This one is Opal Dreams. It is weird how they are, like it has that cooling effect to it. It's kind of fun, but there is a part of me that's like, what's in there that's doing that? Am I gonna break out? Does my skin like it? Will it be mad at me? That's just like my inner monologue with these kind of things, you know? All right, so we have that copper type of a shade that is going to be best suited for medium to deep skin tones. We have this kind of pretty pinky purple lilac type of a deal, and then more of a champagne with a stronger gold yellow undertone. Wow, these dry down and do not move. That's wild. How much are these little bad boys? $10.99. $10.99, are you out of your mind? 0.25 ounces, what? That's not a lot. Pro tip, try this cool highlighter on your décolleté. Yes, for your cheekbones, nose, brow bone, that's their tips. Okay, cool. This looks very yellow. Like in the monitor, it does not look bad. But in the mirror right here, it does look very yellow. Like there's a very strong yellow tone to it. I'm gonna go on top of it with the more lilac shade, and that's purple. Okay. I mean, that is pretty. I'm gonna go ahead and use my Baby Blendiful and just take a little bit on the pointed triangular like bottom portion of the heart and see if this kind of smooths it any better. I mean, that tones it down a little bit. You know, I think it's best applied just straight out of the tube itself and then blend it out with your fingertips. I don't think that you need a brush, a sponge, a Blendiful. I think you just, for this particular item, are gonna do best with the concentration being right from the tube. Yeah, that shows up much more. It's weird because it really dries down super fast and it is very cooling. I don't know how often I would reach for this. The color is just not completely the best for me. I feel like I would have to mix both of these together, the champagne and the pink one. And the pink one leans a little bit too lilac for my taste. And it's a kind of troublesome to blend. We'll see though. Maybe it wears really, really well. Maybe I'll be surprised. So I am going to bronze up the perimeter of the face really quickly with a little bit of my RCMA, and then we'll play around with the lip products. Okay, I am gonna take just a little bit of RCMA cream on a crease brush. I've been really into this recently, and I'm just gonna use that to shape my eye a tiny little bit. So we're keeping everything today just like super creamy fresh, glowy, not too heavy, a little more smudgy and effortless. I really like that. And now, you guys, I can't help myself. Okay, this is kind of how I do daytime glitter. I just want to take like the tiniest hit. I'm gonna take Soothe, and I'm literally just gonna take a itty bitty bit, and instead of pressing and pulling at all, I'm just gonna do like a light tap. And especially with that cream base, it just lets it stick, and it gives like a nice, like your natural skin, natural glow, natural you, but it's kind of this opposite of very glamorous, like shiny, bright, glittery with natural framing. So I am going to pile on the mascara. Rihanna, where are you? Okay, let's do a little mascara. I'm feeling pretty good about the overall look. I just want to try out these guys right here. We're going to try on a few shades. There are 6 of them, and this is a tinted lip oil. So the first thing I want to do is see just exactly how tinted these are, if they are like crazy pigmented, or is it just, yeah, sheer, just like a little gloss. Okay, it's very tropical, like a very tropical starburst kind of tropical scent. I am gonna line my lips just a little bit because I feel something like this can look a lot better if you just take a moment and line. This is Bond Girl from Charlotte Tilbury, and this color is so incredible. I'm so obsessed with it. Okay, so now let's go in. It's a little bit stiff of a doe foot applicator. It's very juicy. Oh, I like it. I think that's really nice. Hello. That is like very just like juicy. Like it just makes the lips super juiced, but not a lot of pigment. Come here, give me a kiss. Is it James kiss proof? You're about to get messy.
Okay, turkey kiss for you.
Turkey kiss?
It's not.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Oh my God, he's like leaving the house and ready to go, and I just wiped a wand of lip gloss on his shoulder. I'm so sorry. Oh no, I'm so sorry.
I'm good, baby.
No, let me get it for you. I might want to change.
Okay.
Love
All
you,
right,
bye-bye. See you later. Okay.
Bye-bye.
I mean, it's not often when a gloss makes you feel just so like confident about your lips that you just want to like, you don't care if it'll make your partner a mess. You just want to go for it. I think this makes like for such a like nice final touch of just like, yay, I just like had some juicy watermelon and like I'm glossed. And do you know what I'm saying? Like there are different moods for your look and for specifics about your look. And with gloss, sometimes that like popsicle stain with like a really glossy finish that's not heavy or thick or shiny or shimmery or too opaque looks so gorgeous. It just screams summertime to me. I know we are not in summertime, but I'm giving you a heads up that I feel like I will be wearing these in the summer a lot. I mean, I'll wear them right now too, but I'm just saying it's that like throw in a pair of cutoffs, like very fuss-free. Do you know what I'm saying? And it smells like candy, but not in a gross way. I like it. Okay, you guys, I like the foundation. I like the gloss. I'm so on the highlighter. Don't like the blush, but I do want to see how this wears, so I will be sure to do a couple of check-ins for you guys, and then that will be that. I will see you guys in just a little bit. All right, you guys, so it is now the end of the day. I wanted to do that final check-in for you guys with this new foundation, specifically the foundation. Like we all want to know how a foundation wears, if it lives up to the claim of it being long wearing and blurring and moisturizing and all the big things that they say about it. And this one does. You know, my skin looks like my skin with not a lot of makeup on it, but it definitely evened everything out. I mean, you can see I have that sun damage there. You can see that peeking through. But overall, I have to say that this is such a nice foundation. I got so many compliments tonight and everyone's like, did you do something different with your makeup? Like, what's going on? It looks really, really nice. Your skin looks so extra hydrated. So when I get compliments like that, I always get really excited and I'm like, okay, well, there's something here then, because thank you. I really like it and I don't have much bad to say about it. You guys know how I feel about the blush. I love the gloss. Not a fan of the highlight. We already covered that. So yeah, this is where we are. I really like it for those light, natural days. And yeah, this is my skin. There's just not much on it. It just looks really natural. And I love that. Okay, yes, I'm gonna go fold laundry and go to bed. But I love you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, go ahead and give the video a thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed if you haven't yet done that, and ring the bell. All right, I will see you guys in my next video. Mwah.